just remind us, so those of us who need it.
I have one where the leg goes out to the side, so maybe we'll do pigeon and then open up, scatter.
We don't want to do the king pigeon, but you got it. Let's do it. Welcome back to Yoga Express, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. From my extreme left, we have Rafael Sanz. Rafael, you've been with us the last couple of episodes, and I think it's quite safe to say you're enjoying it so much you decided to come back. Not only that, our viewers also remember you a lot for your tattoos, so
Yeah.
we love that. We remember you not just for that, but also for your recent shows that you've been on.
I was
Can you
recently
tell
in
us
an
about-
off-Broadway play, The Michaels Are Out of Control. It was on West 54th Street.
Okay.
We did really well. We sold out all 3 shows.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it went really good.
Right. Did your tattoos have anything to do with it? No?
I think so. I like to think they seem like
Oh, they are gorgeous, gorgeous tattoos. Well, welcome back to the show.
Thank
It's
you
not
so
just your tattoos. As I said before, your tattoos and you are welcome here anytime. So welcome
my
back.
tattoos first.
And your tattoo artist, too.
Yeah.
Rafael, welcome back to the show. We have Jackie Lawrence. Jackie has been with us 2 days in a row. Quite a yoga addict.
Love
She's-
it.
Tell us, how did you feel yesterday and the day before with Deanna?
I
Wasn't
feel
that
great.
amazing?
Yeah, I mean, and I've been learning a lot of new stuff, like this right here.
Right.
That stretch or massage, face massage that we did. I don't have sinus problems, but that was awesome. I feel so good.
There you go, yoga for the face.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was good. And also yesterday's episode where Deanna got us all on our back over there, I think we were all ready to sort of just do a few snores over there. That really felt good yesterday. It was really
You know,
amazing.
3 years ago, I got hit by a car and broke, like, all these bones.
Oh.
Yeah, so this kind of stuff is honestly the only thing
So
that makes me feel better.
Terrific.
It's awesome, yeah.
As we grow older too, that's the thing. We don't realize we get into all these intense activities when we're young. We don't realize we all have to grow old. We need something to slow us down, right? So we don't realize that, but thank you. Deanna, you brought us back on track. Sarah Torres to my extreme right. Sarah, welcome back. Are you
Hello.
freezing today? Are you a little cold?
I'm kind of cold,
I
but
think
I'm
studio
okay.
equipment.
I'm all right. You
You'll
know.
warm up once you get through Deanna's
Yeah, once we get
stretches.
those chakras going.
She loves the
Chakras
word
going.
chakras, yeah, the energy centers. Deanna Mclaughlin has been our special guest 2 days in a row, and she's here back to help us with a few more stretches. Deanna, did I hear you promise hip openers today?
Yes.
I really need that. Thank you. And also, if you don't mind, would you help us whenever we need help with the yoga belts, because our viewers may not know how to use the belt sometimes. Maybe you can help us with that. But before we go on, Deanna, tell me, is there any side of you, any hidden side of you that we don't know? Because I know you're not going to be back for some time, so we'd
What's
like
the
our viewers-
secret side of Deanna?
Secret side.
Oh, it wouldn't be a secret anymore if she told us,
That's
right?
true. Keep that a mystery. I also do art, so I guess that's the other side
You're an
of,
artist.
Like
Like
my
painting
passion.
or drawing.
I like to work sculpturally.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, that takes a lot of Zen energy, right?
Well, it does, but one of my favorite things to do is to use found objects and manipulate them into objects that have some function. So I have a line of shopping cart furniture that I use with the intention of bringing awareness to the homeless.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's
That is
wonderful.
really
So
Cart.
you
They
have
think,
a
oh, you've
mission.
got shopping
Right.
carts. Like that is.
Well, if they all had comfortable shopping carts, then maybe we could, as a society, at least take care of our homeless a little more
that-
consciously. Because there's
that
tons of
is a-
abandoned carts, so I just manipulate abandoned carts and put really orthopedic cushions on them, and so they're much more comfortable for people. And they're fun.
Adaptation.
Yeah.
So you don't just teach us to do yoga adaptations, it's also adaptations in real life now, right then.
Well, in the most recent years, my work has really taken on just reflections of observations about our society. Not that they're negative or positive, just
Right, right.
observations. So
It
Is
would
all
be
of
cool
this?
to see that. Like,
Yeah, I was going to ask, is all of this on your website? Do you talk about it? Do you have a
yes, I
blog?
have a link from my yoga website to my art website.
That's
so
really cool.
Oh, that's fantastic. Deanna Mclaughlin, go to her website, Endless Options. That's ENDLESS options. It's right there on the screen. endlessoptions.com. And if you want to know more about Deanna, you have questions for her for when she comes back in about 4 to 5 weeks. Hopefully, you'll be back with us. She will have answers for you. Or you could also write to her. So once you go to the website, please feel free to contact Deanna. Deanna, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you back. I'd like to thank our crew, Josiane Hurd, our director, and let me get your name right again. Patricia Gonzalez. Thank you. Patricia Gonzalez. Thank you so much for doing all this amazing camera work. Also, Deshaun Porter. Thanks to Deshaun for the amazing studio lights and setups. If we have finished all our introductions, Deanna, we are so looking forward to having you take us back on our journey.
thank you.
Oh, before
It's
I
great to be
forget,
here.
it is. It was. I can't forget how you got us through that. Actually, while we close, I may have a minute. I want to tell our viewers where they can watch us, but we're ready for you.
It's okay if you want to do that.
Well, actually, we air Monday through Friday, time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. Thank you, Rafael. We're also in all the 5 boroughs. Go to my website, www.yogaexpress.com, YOGAXPRESS.com, and you can find out all the different times that we air in the various boroughs. We're ready.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, so today our intention is to open up the hips, which are the most difficult muscles to open up because they are the strongest muscles and they're right in the center of your body. So everything from the hips either hangs below them or sits on top of them. So that's why we'll make this our focus as we are in the middle of winter right now, and during this time everything constricts, so people tend to be more tight in the winter. And as I said previously, yesterday, if you are feeling like it's really difficult for you to do the postures while you're practicing, you may want to take 1 or 2 and try them at a different time of day because your body opens more at different times of the day. Okay, so it's always changing. So suspend judgment on where you are in the posture and just honor your body where you're at today. So we'll start out with just assessing where you are with your comfort level and where you are with opening your hips. And we're going to start with crossing your legs over top of one another. So bring your left knee in front of you, and what you want to try to do is point the knees straight out in front. And bring your right leg over top as you're able. So if your legs are not all the way down with the knees stacked on top of each other, you may have one leg up, then that's normal in the beginning, okay?
In another 100 years, I'm still going to be here.
And maybe so.
104. 104.
104. But what's interesting that you say that is because everyone's joints are also formed differently. So someone that has a lot of flexibility naturally, you just have to keep in mind that there is a physical aspect to your body that some people will never be able to go into certain postures simply because their joints aren't formed in a certain way. So
Right.
instead of beating yourself up or forcing yourself into it, it's about accepting where you're at, okay? So wherever you are, whatever's comfortable for you, with the legs as close as you can get them to the front, try to keep your spine long, and we're gonna fold forward. And as you fold forward, and again, keep your body long as you bend out, so that the weight of your chest is coming over top of that leg. Okay.
Oh, I'm talking.
You can just feel it.
So you'll feel your hips starting to empty. And now
That's
just
nice. I have less
drop
to
your
travel.
shoulders. So bring your hands back toward your hips. So your shoulders can drape forward over top of your leg. It's just going to roll up into a ball. So bring your hands behind you.
Oh.
And then just close your eyes, and each time you exhale, let your body empty a little deeper into the pose. If your goal is to increase your range of motion, you want to hold the posture longer, because it's the duration of the posture that helps to lengthen as well as strengthen your body. So concentrate on the sound of your exhale. And each time you exhale, feel your muscles releasing a little deeper into the pose. And with your eyes closed, lift your nose and chin and slowly bring your body back up to center. So again, it's not how far you go into the posture, it's letting your body open into the posture. That's more important. Okay, now just lift your knees and switch legs. All right, that's easier said than done for me. So bring your left leg over the right.
Did I do that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's cold. I'm just gonna turn this way, okay?
That's good.
Oh, it's cold.
Okay.
Oh.
Lift your spine. And again, bring your hands towards your feet. If you cover your feet, actually this is a bit of a mudra where you're closing off the openings to the nerve endings in your hands and feet. So if you are interested in sealing the energy in your body, a mudra helps to do that. So hands over the feet, spine is long, and exhale, bending forward. Just let your shoulders drape forward when you get into the pose and release your hands toward the sky. Good. And if one side feels tighter than the other, then you're perfectly normal.
Ah, that's good to know.
Just concentrate on emptying with the breath. Let your body go limp. So just release your shoulders completely. And lifting the nose and chin, bring your neck and spine up slowly. Now lift your left knee and bring your leg behind you. So we're going to slide forward on your mat with your right knee in front and your left leg behind you.
Sarah, now I know it's cold. My feet on the floor.
Yeah, I had to move. I was so uncomfortable.
So bring your foot in toward the middle of your body, and we're going to start with a little hip opener where we're just rocking back and forth. So we're just doing a couple variations on pigeon. Again, in the winter months, it's good to help rock out the hips. And if you turn your shoulders, so the shoulder comes in front of the chin in the middle of the body, you'll get a nice twist of the muscles along your spine and down and through your hip. You feel that?
Yeah, it feels good.
So this is just helping give a little massage to the organs, stimulating your kidneys, which are difficult to keep warm in the winter months. Good. That's exactly right. So as you twist, when you bring your right shoulder forward, look over your left shoulder towards your heel. And coming back, bring the left shoulder across, look over the right shoulder. Breathe in once more to both sides, exhaling. Come back to center and exhale, look over the right shoulder. Coming back to center. I want you to, with your left hand, reach back for your
I was
ankle.
afraid you'd ask us to do that. Okay.
So if this is really hard, you may want to use a strap. And if you don't have a strap, a necktie will work. If you're at home and you have a belt or a necktie.
All right, Rafael, give us all your ties.
So you'll just place the strap on the floor behind you underneath your leg. and grab the end of the strap. And slide it down to your ankle and pull forward. So in the beginning, you'll use your hand for balance. Each time you exhale, you want to bring your heel a little closer to the hip, and you'll feel this opening the front of the hip. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
So eventually you'll be able to lift the hand, but essentially your key is to
Well
try to bring the
done.
shoulders, good. So this
I'm not
becomes a
gonna
little
fall
bit of a
again.
balance posture when you add the arm to it.
Okay.
And it helps to open up this hip. And again, this is a really difficult muscle to open up. It's part of the iliacus psoas muscle, which is a long word that means that it affects your center of balance. So if you have an unsteady gait, this is a really nice posture to work on. And it also helps with forward bends if you're really tight, because our muscles foreshorten because we sit all the time. So this muscle foreshortens. So the more you can open this up, the more it increases your mobility in a forward bend too. So we're just going to add one more step to this and slide forward.
Oh, that's cool.
So we've already done the hip opener where we had our legs folded over top of one another, but this is another gentle hip opener that'll help to open that muscle.
This lengthens too, right?
And if you feel that there is no difficulty in this for you, it's not feeling like it's doing anything, like you're pretty flexible, so you'll want to lift up and bring your ankle out away from your body more.
I'm happy where I am.
Just always honor where you're at. If you feel like it's a stretch for you, and try to let your left foot relax
can
on the
feel
floor.
that.
So if you bring
in
your
hip.
ankle out, this will open up the hamstring more. Good. And just stay in the posture until you feel your muscles release. And the release doesn't have to be really big. It might just be a millimeter. But the key is that you're feeling it empty with your breath. And you're not forcing your body into the posture. But the longer you hold it, the more your body's going to open up. So as you open your hips, you'll be able to work into other postures. In particular, the balanced standing postures are easier when you open the hips.
It's I'm just curious, like the split. People do the split. Is that from yoga? Because like we're almost doing a split.
As you open this practice here, this pose will help you into the split because you're opening up the hamstring
There's
muscles.
actually a posture in
Is
yoga
that
called
yoga?
Hanumanasana, which is the splits.
Okay, so
Oh,
come
yeah.
up and bring your ankle in if you
And
have
don't
the
you
way.
dare make Deanna teach us that. I'm not ready for it.
One more.
And let's switch sides. So now your left knee's forward. We're going to rock back and forth from side to side.
That's cool.
We're sitting on our heel, right?
Yes. So you're just rocking back and forth. Again, it's a non-judgment. If one side feels more difficult, as you practice at other times, you'll just want to spend a little more time on the side that feels tighter. And now we're going to add the shoulders. So as your hip comes to the right, bring the right shoulder across your body and look over your left shoulder. Coming back, breathe in, twisting, look over the right shoulder. And back to center. Again, exhale. And once more the other side. Good. And easing off. You're going to, with your right hand, reach back for your ankle. Again, if you have trouble reaching your ankle, then just use the strap. Slide it back underneath the leg. Grab both sides and lift the ankle. And the key is to bring the ankle toward the hip.
I feel like Puss in Boots running away from home. Look at my little. Feels good. And using the belt helps me. Yeah, get a little deeper.
Looks professional.
And releasing your foot.
Carry her foot.
Yeah, right. Carry your foot on your
Carry your
shoulder.
foot.
Yeah. Slide your hands forward and lower your body over the leg. Again, if you are a really flexible person, your hips are open, then try drawing the heels out away from your body and aligning your hips forward before you lower your chest toward the ground. And just as a note of fact, women's hips are generally more open than men's because of the way our body is built. So any gentleman out there that's feeling frustrated that you're not as flexible in the hips, then you're absolutely normal.
You guys can catch up with us on other postures.
So concentrate again on releasing your muscles with your breath. And practice feeling your body just melt into the pose. Keeping your eyes closed, lift your nose and chin. Gently bring yourself up. Good. Open your eyes when you're ready. Place your hands next to your knee and bring your knees back together. And now we're going to do something to strengthen the glutes, because when people have tight hamstrings, there's a reason, and that is because the other muscles don't feel like they're able to release because there's nothing else to sustain the posture. So we're going to do something that will strengthen the glutes so that your body will open up the hamstrings, okay? All right, so you're on your hands and knees. You want to leave a space between your knees. And you may want to move up a little bit, so we'll scatter. You're going to bring your knees straight out to the side, in line with your hip. Just straight out. Good. Great. And I'll lift up so that you have a little more space. As you exhale, you're going to extend your legs straight out to the side, 90 degrees.
Oh, you have no fear of that. I couldn't have got it that far.
That's good. Now point your heel.
This is like balance.
It is, right?
I'm really great with that. Point my heel.
And now as you exhale, you're going to slide your leg behind you. Good.
That I can.
And you're going to roll your hip. So you're going to turn your ankle up and relax your lower back and lift your heel straight up into the sky. So you're going to try to keep your legs straight. Good. And look over your right shoulder toward your heel. This is called the tiger tail. And the whole point is to strengthen. I know we've opened, but it strengthens. You want to keep your forearms straight and look over the shoulder. Then lower the foot in line with the hip. And as you exhale, bring it straight out to the side again, pushing through the heel. This will get you ready for bikini season. Bend your knee, bring your knee into your chest, and lower the knee. Other side.
Oh, we have another side.
That's a muscle workout.
It definitely is quite a workout. I
felt like
needed
I was
that,
about to
though.
catch a cramp.
Yeah, my abductors are
Now
there.
lift your left knee. And as you exhale, extend the legs straight out to the side, 90 degrees in line with your hip. Push through the heel. So you want to try to bring the ankle, knee, and hip in line with each other. Kind of lifting up and not to bending up. So the longer you hold this, the more you'll feel it strengthening the body.
I feel it alright.
Bring your leg behind you, curl the hip. So you're going to point your heel straight up to the sky, lift the heel up and look over the shoulder. And if you look over your left shoulder, you're going to only want to see your heel. So if you see part of your foot, you want to curl it so you only see the heel behind you. Lower the leg in line with the hip, bring it straight out to the side, pushing into the heel. Bend the knee, bring the knee to the chest, and return.
Bending the knee never felt so good.
So if you have tight hamstrings, that's an excellent posture to repeat a few times, and it'll get you ready for bikini season, because it helps to tighten everything up back there.
Buns of steel.
Buns of steel.
Yeah.
So let's go back
They
to,
do that. They be like, but they're
we
standing.
started to open up, strengthen the muscles that'll help to open these areas. We're going to just do the archer pose to help also open up the hamstrings, because there's three muscles.
You're going to like this. You're going to like this. I think you'll be very great.
Yes, and since her mission is to put her foot behind her head, that'll help her get there. Okay, so it's called the archer. You want to look just like an archer who's pulling his bow back for a target. If you can bring your hand to your foot, that's great. If you can't, try to keep your body long and just let your hand rest on your leg. The other hand is going to reach for your foot. And as you inhale, you're going to lift your foot up the middle of your body. It doesn't matter how high it is off the ground.
Can I use both my hands for this foot?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to try this. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
you're doing
works
Rafael, I'm
underneath.
with you,
Might
don't
wanna say
worry.
that, 'cause it's a little hard this
I'm
way.
trying.
So if you're shaking violently, you want to ease off a little bit, because that means you're trying too hard.
So
But
we
if you
keep our
cup
hand
your
again.
hand and your heel in your hand, that'll help you get a little better grip. And then just close your eyes so that you're not forcing yourself into something that doesn't feel right. And each time you exhale, lift the leg a little higher. Again, keep your breath long, slow, and soft. And remember, the longer you hold the posture, the more your body will open into it. As you exhale, slowly lower your leg. Lift your spine. And we're going to switch sides. Remember, if you're doing this at home, you can hold the posture for longer periods. This is a good posture to do during commercials.
That's right.
So the left hand is reaching toward the foot, or right hand toward the right foot, whatever leg is stretched out. Your other hand is going to cup the heel if you're able to do that. If you need both hands, you can use both hands to lift the leg. And again, don't force the leg. Just concentrate on feeling your muscles release with your breath. And you want to, again, look out toward your foot.
All right, Sarah, keep going to your ear.
I could do it with two
She's
hands.
been dying to do that. Go on.
Wowzers.
I know, look at that.
And this is the pose, if that is your goal, to bring your
That's
foot
right.
behind your head.
Gotta beat it.
Jesus.
One day.
That's right.
One day.
And slowly lower the leg. So these are all things that are helpful for stimulating circulation and opening the hips as the winter months keep us closed in. Thanks for joining.
No, thank you. That was an amazing experience, Deanna. Deanna Mclaughlin, our special guest for today, and hopefully she'll be back for many more episodes. Deanna, is it okay, actually, is it appropriate for me to say you are a Dao Yin expert, correct?
I wouldn't say expert.
You don't want me to use
I'm
the word
on a
expert.
journey.
As far as we're concerned, because you are teaching us these amazing postures, how to get in and out safely. So thank you so much. That was a lovely experience. On behalf of Sarah Torres, Rafael Sanz, Jackie Lawrence, thank you, my dear. One of these days I will get it right. Keep coming. Jackie Lawrence and Deanna Mclaughlin, our special guest. This is Banu Suresh signing off, and you are watching Yogaxpress. If, with Josie and Hurd, our director's permission, and also Patricia's permission, Patricia on camera, we would like to keep stretching. So Deanna, while we're still rolling, we are happy to keep stretching. If there's anything else, any simple wind down stretches.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So bring your feet forward. Just try reaching for your feet.